Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of DOScider, our ranking of DOS games. Good to see you all, Egrets, Ghidorah, Bridget, Major. It's nice to have you here today. Listening to a little bit of Funk You from Wolfenstein 3D as we get started here. Well, that one's... Oof. Start for this one's so abrasive for the Dune soundtrack. Bit. For those that don't know, this is our ranking of DOS games. We've done it for a few years now. And once a week, sometimes more, sometimes a little less, although I try not to be. Oh, hey, John Locke, sorry, yeah, you were the first one to even say good morning. Welcome. I will show you what we've got on the docket in just a minute. But this is our ranking of DOS games. We do tons of different DOS games. Most of the time, they are sub requests. So if you're a sub or a patron, you can go into our Discord, and there is a channel just for you. And you can put in a request a month for us to rank in here. I've also, of course, supplemented it with my own material. Although this time, we are once again delving through some sub stuff. I do have one that's from April, but I was giving it just a little bit of a break. Sorry, Ghidorah, it's ADOM, and I've done so much turn-based roguelike. Dungeon Mans, you're killing me. But that aside, we have a different one here today. We've got a 2 weeks in a row with Grimmeth. We'll get to that in just a minute. In the meantime, I always like to go through our top and bottom 10 for our games that we have. And of course, if you want to see this whole list and look at any of the episodes, which are the numbers here, there's links to every single episode and the entire list, so you can like search through it, find what games you might be interested in, why I ranked them that way. If you're like looking to do a request for another game, you can see if it's already been done. Maybe check out the episode. That's all at DOScider.neocities.org. I have finished that website for now, updated it and everything, so it looks pretty good. And let's go through our top and bottom 10. We have number 1, Star Control 2. Then Full Throttle, Day of the Tentacle, Doom, Heroes of Might and Magic 2, XCOM, UFO Defense, NetHack, MechWarrior 2, Mercenaries, Lands of Lore, The Throne of Chaos, the very first appearance of Patrick Stewart in a video game, and Maniac Mansion, rounding out our number 10. We had a pretty close one last time with Imperium Galactica, a really neat 4X strategy game with like FMV and everything. Sorry about that. On the last episode. Now, the bottom 10, which we've also had a bunch of changes to recently. That's confusing my voice. Yeah, I need to turn it down a bit. Sorry about that. I just forgot to turn it down. No. It was me that forgot to turn it down. Oh, you remember Lands of Lore? That game's sick. It's so cool. It was a really neat game. It's got just incredible pixel art, really high levels of polish, tons of great stuff. Hey, Hex Harper! Welcome. Good to see the raid. Welcome, everybody. We are doing DOScider. I'm not going to do my whole intro again. We just started. This is our ranking of DOS games. We've done almost 400. You can go to DOScider.neocities.org and you can see that whole list there. But I was going through our top and bottom 10 before we get into our game for this week. So our bottom 10 has actually had a bunch of new ones recently. We have such amazing entrants as Extreme Paint Brawl, which I highly recommend playing on Windows if you get a chance, because then you get the soundtrack, which is well worth it. We have Snapperazzi, we have 3D Hamster's Adventure, The Fortress of Dr. Radiaki, The Flintstones, The Jetsons, Guts and Garters and DNA Danger, First Person Pinball, All Dogs Go to Heaven, and then the worst DOS game of all time, which we just need to add a couple more slots to, you know, make sure that we know how many things can go between All Dogs Go to Heaven and this, because there's gotta be some. It's Police Quest 4 Open Season. A despicable pile of shit. But we're hoping to get a good one today. This is a request from Grimmith. More of a Gap will be added every episode. Absolutely. There will never be a game that beats this. If a game beats Police Quest 4 Open Season as the worst DOS game of all time, I'm quitting. We'll wrap on deciding all of the DOS games. I don't care how far in we are. If something ever beats this, I'm done. And that's saying a lot, because if you've ever played the All Dogs Go to Heaven, you'd understand. There's some, like, okay, here, let me put this in perspective, too. That was our bottom 10, right? Somewhere up here, I believe, is DOS Mega Man. You know, like, the very, very infamous. Yeah, like 50 levels above it, almost. No one deserves to be subjected to Police Quest 4, and if you find something worse, no you didn't, please leave me alone. Please don't give it to me. Nobody deserves that. In any case... sounds like a challenge. It's not. I'll ban you. Please leave me alone. Hopefully you had a great stream today, Hex Harper. I appreciate you stopping in. Sorry, you got me right in the opening here. Alright, let's get back on track. We have our game today, requested by Grimmith. So we've had a two-peat from Grimmith, because I did Grimmith's game for April last stream. I was a little behind. We're doing CINEMAWARE's first ever game from 1987, Defender of the Crown, which is a strategy game that does not list any of the controls in any manual that I could find. So it's gonna be interesting. I just need to show the manual here real quickly here, and maybe read a little excerpt from it. Dear audience, welcome to the Master Designer software production of Defender of the Crown. We are pleased to present this title as part of our new line of interactive movies, which we call CINEMAWARE. We think you're going to enjoy it. Thanks, Comet. CINEMAWARE...
just subscribed.
CINEMAWARE derives its inspiration from the movies, not other computer games. The result, ideal entertainment for the mature player looking for greater challenges and a more adult experience. And with that, it's Defender of the Crown. The manual is a lot more of a manifesto on their games than it is actually any kind of real... Ooh, that is loud, sorry. DOS games have some wildly differing volumes. But yeah, The manual is really more of a, like I said, kind of a manifesto on things. Like, it just says, oh, like, if you see somebody in the field, do this. There's like, here's some sage advice. Like, the map.
Our Lord, 1149,
Sorry, I forgot
when
there's
the king
an intro.
returned from the Holy Land, he united 6 great warriors who had carried him to victory over the infidels. The king granted power, wealth, and vast dominions to each of the heroes. When the knights departed from the king's palace, 5 rode to their new lands, but you, a Saxon, turned your horse toward Sherwood Forest.
So yeah, I mean, this is 1987. You can't make out what's being said. Good lord. Okay, here, I will turn it up. We can do that again. But yeah, like so I'm going to go back really quickly and just kind of show what the manual is like. Because it'll tell you, like, the map. 6 great lords vie for the throne. Their castles dominate the nation. In the south are 3 Norman castles. To the north, the home of 3 Saxons. If a Saxon lord captures every one of the Norman fortresses, he'll win the throne. So it's got, like, a little bit of that, but, like, there's not... It's all general, like, information and not actually real UI and control type stuff. Like building new castles. After a successful campaign, and income from new dominions fills your treasury. So build castles to defend your lands. And it's like, wait, but... Okay, but how? Like it kind of tells you a little bit of it. But there's things like jousting later on, and it says, oh yeah, like, talk to this person to learn jousting, and then talk to this one to, like, level up your jousting. And you're like, oh, okay, I mean, do I have to do a thing? So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. There's not a lot of, like, press control or anything like that, which worries me, but we'll decipher the game. Some of these games in the 80s especially, and for those that aren't aware of CINEMAWARE, they were mostly an Amiga developer, so they kind of brought a lot of stuff to the Amiga. Defender of the Crown as their first game. It wasn't... They weren't actually CINEMAWARE yet by that time. They had named this line CINEMAWARE, but the game itself was made by... Oh, it's like... Let me check the name again. It's like... It's MDS or something? Yeah, Master Designer Software. We read it earlier, yeah. And MirrorSoft is another one, yes. Yeah, so it kind of depends on the port too, I think, because like I said, it started as an Amiga game in '86 and then was ported to MS-DOS later. It had better graphics on the Amiga, but the gameplay changed to be a little more strategic for DOS, supposedly. There's a lot of ports for this. It was Amiga, but then it came to Commodore 64, Atari ST, DOS, Macintosh, Apple IIgs, Amstrad CPC, ZX Spectrum, NES, CD-TV, CDI, and Jaguar. Later on, it got to Windows, Game Boy Advance. They had a mobile phone port later, and iOS and Android. Like, Intellivision is supposed to have one. It has been dragged around a lot of different places, so... Like, I'm not trying to make fun of MirrorSoft for their, and CINEMAWARE for the way that their manual is done and kind of their manifesto. I do find it very funny that it's kind of these high-minded ideals, but they did make some cool games. One of the games we've already played, actually. It Came from the Desert, which I believe is still in the top 100 at least. And when you think about like having voice intro for a game in 87, like, that's pretty good. Like almost a little story kind of thing. They're certainly going for stuff. We'll see how it plays in a minute. The cast, because it's a movie, you see. Playable movie. Wow. You'd also have to put it inside of the context, like the whole movie talk. I'll get to in a second because it'll do the intro again.
In the year of our Lord, 1149, when the king returned from the Holy Land, he knighted 6 great warriors who had carried him to victory over the infidels. The king granted power, wealth, and vast dominions to each of the heroes. When the knights departed from the king's palace, 5 rode to their new lands, but you, a Saxon, turned your horse toward Sherwood Forest.
Okay, there we go. So we've got the intro. You've got to put the context on this too, I suppose, where if we're thinking about 1987 and you're talking about like them kind of being like, oh, it's not a video game. It's not taking stuff from video games. Those are for children. This is adult entertainment. For real sophisticated people. It's not really a video game. It's more of a playable movie, you see. That sounds really pretentious. But also, this is when the entire video game market absolutely crashed, right? Like, it fell to pieces just before this and had become an absolute black mark to use. Like, you could not say the words video games anywhere. No one wanted them. It was a disaster. At least in the US, like in North America, right? It wasn't so much in Japan, but in North America, definitely. And so, I mean, you had like, what was it? Like PC gaming changed their name, like magazine changed their name to computer gaming. Like a bunch of places did that because they really needed to get away from video games. And so it makes a little more sense. Play demo, play all music, play game save. Choose a character. So obviously we're going to do all these things. We're going to do leadership, jousting, and swordplay. A serious thinking man's game. Exactly, Mimi and Kitty. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes, this is when they decided to market its new product as a game system and not a toy. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that very much. Gotta pick a Jeef. That's true. We do have Jeef Longsword. Okay.
For ho! Together we will drive these Norman pretenders into the sea.
Perfect.
Arriving in Sherwood Forest, you are greeted by your old friend Robin of Locksley. Many years have passed since you served with Robin and his men, but disastrous news curtails the reunion. During your journey, an assassin has taken the king's life. The kingdom is in chaos because there is no heir to the throne. Worse still, the crown itself has disappeared. Normans are assembling armies and Saxons will fight them. Each side accuses the other of killing the king and taking the crown. Robin tells you the struggle ahead is for younger men. Men like you, he says. Only you can save England. Robin urges you to raise an army and pledges his aid 3 times if you will seek to reunite the darkness of the kingdom.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's another little thing that I should mention here about this game just as like interesting background for CINEMAWARE and everything, and because people were saying this is really good voice for 87, and it is. Although this is the like re-release kind of it. There was still 87 as far as I understand. This is the CD-ROM release of it in 87. It is the second computer game ever released on CD-ROM. The first was, God, I can't remember now. I'd looked at it earlier. So yeah, it's one of the earliest games to be released on CD. I do find it very funny that it got ported to the CDI also. To me, there's something about that just, it tickles me. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Where was that? Oh, Manhole. Right. Like, there's another really famous one. The Manhole, which is, is from Cyan, makers of Myst later on, which that makes perfect sense. The Manhole was the first one to be released on CD. Okay, so... I'm not sure which character I am. I mean, I know that I'm Jeef, Longsword, but I don't know... Are we pink? I think we might have been pink. Would have even had mouse support back then. No. Well, I mean, it's possible. Some games did, but it was very rare. Like, this actually does show the cursor, as you can see. Like, that's not my actual cursor. If I bring my cursor out of DOSBox, then it changes. And a lot of the games that don't have any mouse support just won't show it at all. But that being said, I can't click on anything. Like I said, the manual for this is kind of wildly unhelpful. It's not the worst that I've seen. It's got some bits of gameplay and kind of tells you certain things that you should do and why you would do them. But it's not like better, more descriptive manuals will have bits like that, but then also say, hey, you need to go to this menu, press control, like press enter. It has that kind of stuff in it. My guess for part of the reason for that with this game, where it just gives you general, like, you should build a castle, and it doesn't really necessarily tell you, okay, go to this menu, you need this much money, use these buttons to get there, is probably because I've seen this a few times before, especially with really old games. It got released, like we said, on Amiga, on DOS, CDI, ZX Spectrum, all these kinds of platforms. These are really, really small companies most of the time, and they just didn't do multiple manuals. They would do one manual, that's it. And so because there's different control schemes for all these kinds of things, like they'll have different keyboard layouts, they'll have different buttons, they have different names for stuff, whether it's on like a Mac or a PC. They would actually just tell you, oh, you can get it from a menu, and not really specify like the exact things you need to do to get there, if that makes sense. Yeah, the premise of this is pure fantasy. I mean, you're talking to Robin of Locksley to like have him tell you need to reunite England, which does not seem very Robin of Locksley of him. I mean, kind of. Robin of Locksley is an interesting character, and the historical parts of Robin of Locksley, what there is very interesting and quite different, depending on who you ask, kind of thing. Richard spent a lot of his time going to war. He sure did. Speaking of, let's go to war. Okay. So I can select any territory. We started here. So I'm going to guess that means that this was our home base, and territory must have a home castle. Okay. Wait. There we go. Hold up, let me just see. The map. Okay, so the castles, reading the map. Okay, when we read the map, let's read territory. It does say that we should do this.
I am at your service, my lord. I pledge my life to rid England of these Norman parasites.
Okay, so we are Saxons fighting off the Normans. So these are essentially our allies. 6 vassals, not owned. Not owned.
I am at your service, my lord. I pledge my life to
Home.
rid England of these
Okay.
Norman parasites.
4 gold a month, 6 vassals. This is only 2, right? It sure is. This is where we
dogs
are.
shall die 1,000 deaths before we're through. Lead on!
It says to pay careful attention to what your advisors say. Their knowledge can help you achieve success.
For ho! Together we will drive these Norman pretenders into the sea.
Okay, so we'll drive those Norman pretenders into the sea. That's the advice. 8 gold a month. Man, they're way richer than we are. Six. Yeah, so it seems like the Normans probably start with a fair bit of advantage in terms of actual economy. It does say also the way to win the game is we have to capture all of the castles for the Saxons. However, it's not enough that our allies capture these Norman castles. We have to have ourselves do it. So even if all of the castles are Saxon controlled, we have to wrest them from the other Saxons if they get them first, which is a little weird. Yeah, army building. What portion of your treasure will you devote to conquest? How much will you spend on defense? Knight dominate the field of battlefield, but only the catapults will reduce the massive walls of a Roman castle. Remember the defense of your own castle. Mounted knights are useless atop the battlements. That's just for the buy home army thing. Building new castles after successful campaigns. Income from new domains fills your treasury. Sure. The tournament. Jousting for land. Knights often journey to tournaments in hopes of gaining a settlement and land from a fallen opponent. The joust can be used as a means of expanding your domain, but if you fail to choose your opponents with care, they may strip you of your most prized holdings. So that's, I'm guessing, the hold tournament. Winning the joust, the tournament is accompanied by much fanfare, and novice knights can be carried away by the heady atmosphere of this courtly event. Be not deceived by the pageantry preceding the joust. The vital instant before the combatants collide is the briefest of moments. You have no more than a handful of precious seconds to steady your lance. Sage advice. Your character's skill in the joust can vary. You'll find it easier to win jousting matches if your character has a higher rating. Be wary of risking valuable land with a character who is unskilled in the joust. The other Saxon lords are, in principle, your allies. This does not mean, however, that they will treat you as a friend on the jousting field. The laws of chivalry forbid a knight from striking anything but the shield or helmet of his opponent. Aim your lance at a horse, and the tournament will be your last. And it doesn't tell us anything about how that works, though. God damn it. Okay. Okay, so we can also try and capture a castle through our sword play. So that's... When we look at our character, we have average leadership, average jousting, and strong sword play. Sword play means that we can... It seems to mean, anyway, that we can go to a Norman castle and raid it basically by ourselves, stealth in and like assassinate the enemy leader kind of thing. So if you have strong swordplay, that's where you can do it. Because like if you elect to raid an enemy castle, be prepared for a fight. Slipping over a castle wall without being detected is easy enough in the dead of night, but the heart of a castle to keep is more difficult to penetrate. When the alarm is raised and guards appear, act quickly to force your way inside the keep. Time is of the essence, so waste not a moment. You'll have the entire garrison at your throat if you tarry long in pursuit of your goal. What's worth defending is usually defended well. And then it has swordsmanship. The courtyard of an enemy's castle is not the best places to learn the secrets of swordsmanship. So that's the kind of thing. It is possible to strike once with your sword, then strike again so quickly that your opponent may find it impossible to parry your blow. Learn this trick, and you can use it to great advantage. Try mixing it up by juggling your character back and forth. This technique can enhance your ability to keep an opponent off guard. What buttons do I use when this happens? Huh. God. All right, well, let's... I mean, can we... There we go. Gathering your best swords when you set off to raid the enemy castle.
You cowardly cur. As you run like an old woman, the enemy stronghold echoes with the jeers of your enemies.
What? What did I do? Wait, what did I do? Hold up, what? No, what? Hold, wait, what? They got mad. My leadership went down because, wait, hold up, wait. Wait.
In the year of our Lord, 1149.
I am at your service, my lord. I pledge
Wait a
my life
minute.
to rid England of these
Wait a
Norman
minute. That's an
parasites.
amazing end to the first run. I didn't even do anything. I don't know how we left. Why did we leave? I didn't do shit. I don't know what buttons do anything. Okay, my health already went down. Okay, I think this is me on the right with the pointy hat. And I think that mashing enter is doing a thing. I think? Yes, it seems to be. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing here. Amazing. This is the kind of thing...
But you were captured and thrown into the dungeon to await your fate.
God damn it.
After many days and nights, you negotiate with your captors and pay ransom. You are released, somewhat poorer, but a bit wiser.
Okay, I need to know what the fuck is going on here. What am I supposed to do? Hey, wait a minute. I suspect you're playing rock, paper, scissors and we only know the rock. I guess? I don't know about that. God, there are no guides at all anywhere for the PC version of this. I have no idea what the controls are. Just amazing. Why on earth would they not let you know that? Incredible. I mean, I did mention before exactly why they probably wouldn't let you know that. It's just that they probably had one single manual for all of their different releases. And that's just the way it went. Yeah, manuals are for. I'm looking at like I have a big website that I go to that's a manual reference. They have manuals for Amiga, NES, and like Apple II and Atari, and not ones that are specific to other ones. Which unfortunate. Okay, so let me. I just want to see what happened to our character
Norman
for that.
dogs shall die
Okay,
a thousand deaths
we didn't lose
before
anything
we're
other
through.
than some money.
Lead on.
So how about I'm gonna seek conquest this time. There we go. Okay, let's buy some army. And then transfer some forces. Oh, did I not? I got a... I did get a knight. Robin, what's going on? Ramona thought he agrees to my request. What's the request? Wait. There we go. Okay. Let's get it. Oh, God. Did I... Wait, what? Was that... Did I do a thing? I don't know if I was supposed to do something there, but I guess I think it worked. I think we did it. Okay, so we still have a lot of campaign armies. So what if... I think I buy some more soldiers. And then I'm going to transfer some into the territories that we've occupied. Okay, so first, all right, let's actually go transfer forces. And let's leave like 10 in this territory. And then we'll go here, and that mostly cuts off... We'll still need to defend this later. Oh, right, of course. So we'll go there. And then we'll transfer a bunch that way. So we just kind of get infinite turns, huh? Nobody can actually attack our home territory right now. So why don't we do that? And then we can just... Interesting. I don't know how we, like, change orders quickly. That just goes so fast. Yeah, there's some videos, but directions are hard to come by. Also, they might be playing on, like, Amiga, or a lot of it was on NES. Like, a lot of people would have known this on NES. And that's going to be a big difference. I hope that the forces that we have are staying in those spots. It seems like they should be. We have 15 gold. We're going to save up and maybe try and build another castle. Okay, for now, I guess we do that. Maybe I do just buy some more. Like, I feel like we can just kind of out-economy these guys. They're not doing a great job of holding any of their spots. Ahoy, emus! Good to see you! I see we've added more of them. 22 now. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna choose fame for mine. I am only average at jousting. Oh boy. So I'm supposed to aim my lance? I guess? Oh god. Am I think that I got my ass kicked. I think I lost.
Thus ends your day in the lists of Ashby.
Yep.
You were not champion, but your deeds will be remembered. Leaving for home, you vow to bring glory to your name.
My deeds of, oh fuck, oh shit, what do I do? Oh shit, fuck. This is almost entirely accurate for how I would do in jousting. It's great. All right, we're going to seek some conquest. Wait, I just realized. First, we need to transfer all these forces over. Okay, so here we have 7 gold a month. Woof. Okay, we definitely want to do that. Oh, we'll see. Oh god. Ferocious attack! We're super dead. They have a lot. Oh, you know how I said they weren't doing a very good job of defending their lands? Oh shit! Aww, I can't choose my home? Oh, I'm absolutely getting my ass kicked here. I still don't know what the controls are at all. Okay, so we missed each other, I guess? Prepare to joust again. Okay. Oh, now I can move it. Wait, why did it move? Why did it move? I don't... Also, I seem like I aimed at him. I don't...
Thus ends your day in the lists.
Why didn't it move last time?
You were not champion.
I pressed the same things. I was using the numpad.
Leaving for home, you vow to bring glory to your name.
Amazing. I really wish that a lot of these old games would have actually included a manual for controls and not just assumed. Let's see a thing. Oh, actually, I have a really good idea of where to see some of that. I'm going to keep playing this one and let us lose. We're going to lose on purpose here. I want to see what the death screen is. Oh, we beat them off. Somehow. There we go. But I have an idea for finding out some of the controls for this. The end. Okay.
Your men fought bravely.
Cinematic.
But luck was not with them this day. After a long siege, your castle falls to the attackers. As the enemy pours through the gates, you send your men to meet in Sherwood Forest. Moments later, you follow them to freedom. Together with Robin and the men of Sherwood, you will continue the struggle against the Norman oppression. Slipping away from the burning castle, you vow to keep fighting until a Saxon rules the land.
The voiceover is great. There's some real good stuff there. Sorry, just one moment. Let's see what that's about, and I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that little break. Someone came to my door asking for a sleeping sack. Which... that sounds like they were probably looking at, like, Kijiji, like Craigslist kind of listing or something. And, someone gave them our address. We have, like, an address that other people have mixed up a few times, so I think there's just a mix-up on that. But I had to spend a minute because I was confused as to whether or not, my wife had actually set something up there. Okay, so we're back at this. I had wanted to check one thing, which is... I wanted to see if they had Defender of the Crown on GOG. No, they just have the sequel. They just have The Legend Returns. Oh, and it's not even there. It's just coming soon. Dang, I was really hoping. I'm like, no, they might have actually had the controls there somewhere, but nope. Dang. Because there's something... I've got to imagine the controls are generally mapped to the numpad for these kinds of things. Oh. Hold up. Okay, yeah, so it seems like enter... Okay. Would you like to play again? Yes. I have some idea for what some of the keyboard controls might be. This one's wildly hard to find for a game that is so well known and has like a big... It has a big fan community and stuff around it too. Like there's been some re-releases, there's been some remakes, there was a sequel, like a couple spin-offs and stuff like that. This is your favorite one on Apple II. That was the only one you had. Yeah, like I said, the problem with some of these really old games is that there will be manuals, but only for like one version of the game or a couple of the more popular versions. And you'd think, well, oh, well, PCs, obviously. But actually, not really the case in this one. Oh, okay. So talking to Robin apparently will give you some extra help. Like he'll come in to help conquer a province or castle. So he'll send men with you. Got you. Aiming the catapult takes some trial and error. Yeah, everyone says to do a thing, but doesn't actually explain how to do the thing. Some of it is definitely that they want you to be playing on a joystick.
Fetch me my armor. The time has come to strike. These Normans are dead men.
Arriving in Sherwood Forest, you are greeted by your old friend Robin of Locksley. Many years have passed since you served with Robin and his men, but disastrous news curtails the reunion.
This is also running really fast. I'm going to turn some things down just a little bit.
The kingdom is in chaos because there is no heir to the throne. Worse still, the crown itself has disappeared.
Because that's definitely part of it.
Normans are assembling armies and Saxons will fight them. Each side accuses the other of killing the king and taking the crown. Robin tells you the struggle ahead is
wait a
for younger
minute.
Men like you, he says.
We did
Only
talk
you can save England.
about how it was detecting
Robin
my
urges
mouse.
you to
I
raise an
wonder...
army and pledges his aid 3 times if you will seek to reunite the darkness of the kingdom.
Oh man, I wonder if you can actually use... I wonder if that's part of it. See, like, the joystick is one of the things they really want you to use in some of these old games. We've had this problem a number of times before. Like I said, it's really just too bad that that's a thing, but we're gonna try and get some territory, though. So if we read the map, 3 gold a month there, 2 there. And there's 5. Okay, so first we're going to seek conquest. Right. Oh! Oh, we started way to the north this time. Well, hold up. 4 a month there. So let's send forth our army this way then, I guess. Oh, why would you go north? You pricks. You absolute assholes. Those are our allies. Why are they... Don't go north, go south. All those southern territories are worth more anyways. You fuckers. God damn it. They're like gonna choke me out. That's amazing. That's really, really good. Oh, that sucks so bad. Well, screw it. I'm taking this spot then. I need it immediately or I'm going to be choked out by my own allies. So I guess we'll do this. That's so funny. Holy shit. Why would they do that? That's really good. So next we do have... There is 7 gold a month. I'm like, I'm just going to take this right away. And then we need to buy a lot of army, is what I would say. Get him! This is a much more reasonable speed. Why are they beating me so bad? Goddamn. Woo! Woo, we did it just at the end. Oh my god. Woo! Wow, that was a little close. And let's get them back down there to defend. Oh, right, of course. This is a little obnoxious. I guess we buy more of home army. Vassals revolt and we lose a territory. Oh, where our army was. Okay, sure. Makes sense. Well, that just gave us time to get more army. Saxon blood taints the green fields of Cumbria. Oh, we should be crushing them here. There we go. Nice. Yep. Everyone's going after us, though. They're very mad that we're here, which sure makes sense. Oof. All of our soldiers are gone. We just have knights. Still gonna go one more. Actually, what we should do is we should buy a castle. Fuck you. Now we're talking. And let's take all the soldiers again. And we will move them into our new castle down here. Because it says that knights are pretty useless in a castle, which sure makes sense. I just realized we actually just want to leave that. We'll leave the knights here still. And I am going to buy more home army. This time we're just going to get, like, all soldiers so we can try and defend some of the stuff. Or, okay, we're getting 16. Let's leave a little bit in reserve and get another castle on the other spot where we can be attacked. I think that makes some sense. Okay, so if we leave 4 gold pieces, we should be good. But let's leave a little extra just in case. So let's do, like, yeah. Well, let's try. We have a castle and more knights, so I'm hoping that that means that we've got a fair advantage. Seems like we do. I mean, they can't keep attacking us like that. They just don't have the money. We're gonna get second castle. And a bunch of soldiers. Get them! So those knights are doing some real work. I think we need to just keep buying knights for now, unfortunately. Or not knights, soldiers. Okay, so right now we need our campaign army. Although I might be able to... I'm wondering if I should try and take a territory. I've got to imagine they're a little weakened because of all this. I like that because we decided to just go straight into the conquest thing and not do, like, politics? Jousting? Get fucked. Everybody's like, alright, fine, I guess it's all out war. And no one's bothered to do any of it. Love how my knights just sit back while the soldiers duel. Yeah, the little graphics of them. It's real good. Believe they're called rooks. That's true, that's true. I'll put some rooks down to protect my king. Yeah, so our garrison there is 15. And then let's see what this one is. Yeah, 0. That's kind of what I thought. Now we'll buy home army. Oh, we do not want to... Ooh, boy. They're going after that castle. They're gonna get it. Bastards. We are also fully cut off. Like, I'm actually kind of curious. Can we go through our friendly Saxon territory to get reinforcements, or are we fucked? I don't know. It's an interesting thought. Yeah, okay. And I'm one off from that, so that's not great. Hold a tournament? Let's win that in a joust. Why don't we take our castle back in joust? That seems like a better way to do things. All this barbarism. I would like land. I would specifically like this land. You motherfuckers. God damn it. Suddenly, horns. So I'm gonna see, can we do mouse controls with this? Is that our problem? This is a really neat little game. I wish that we could figure out all the controls to make it work. It's basically a bunch of mini games for this side of things. Which in 87, like, that's kind of what all games were. In when ready. Nope. It seems like it's the numpad. Dang.
Thus ends your day in the lists
Maybe...
of Ashby. You
I'm
were
wondering
not
if I have to,
champion,
like,
but your
enter
deeds
at the
will
right
be
time,
remembered.
too, then?
Leaving for home, you vow to bring glory to your name.
Wait. Hold up. Did it just say we were being attacked by Ivanhoe? Because I have a question then. Because I believe that that was another Saxon army. I guess they're mad that I've kind of blockaded them in? Let me just see. Sure fucking is, you piece of shit! Why are you attacking me? You didn't have to conquer all the other Saxons, right? Nope. They are nominally your allies. You have to take the 3 Norman castles, which are the brown, red, and pink players. That being said, you cannot let the other Saxons have them. You have to have them. So, like, there is a little bit of fighting each other. Nope, I do not have to take these 2 castles. The goal is to drive the Normans out of England, not to conquer it for yourself necessarily. Yeah, well... Oh, actually... Intriguing. Very intriguing. Okay, so I need to know. Yeah, okay, so this... I am totally cut off from reinforcements, is what's happened. Got you. Yeah, I'm absolutely straight fucked. Got you. Because the other thing is I can't actually send out troops. Because I have a campaign army already. You can't send 2 campaign armies. So I have to try and walk it back. Wait, oh no. Oh, I forgot that's going to end my turn. That's a problem. Oh, that might actually be good if we lose this. Because if we lose this, that means my army goes home, which I needed to. I'm pretty sure that's what happens, which I actually need. That would be great for me. God damn it. What do I need to do? I can change where my lance is.
Your day in the lists of Ashby. You were not champion, but your deeds will be remembered. Leaving for home, you vow to bring glory to your name.
Hey, our army's back at home. Okay, we have a chance. This game is amazing. Okay, wait, so let's transfer forces. Time to go campaigning, baby. God damn it. Wilfred, why? We're supposed to be friends, dude. Quit it. Oh, we actually, right. So here, we do have to command the catapult. That's another mini game. Okay. Laying siege to a castle. You must press the catapult. Move the mouse towards you to pull back the catapult arm. Press the left button to hurl the boulder? Maybe it does have the mouse. This is Amiga controls that I looked at. Hit the top of the wall first, then lower your aim to continue destroying the wall all the way down to its base. Nope. That. Okay, I'm not sure how I can aim better. Maybe I aim with the mouse and do enter. No. Huh. So I can hold down Enter on the keyboard and it does a thing. That's what's causing the fire. The aiming of it is the problem. I don't know how I can adjust power. Oh! Wait, what? So... Huh. I'm gonna restart this. It seemed like... when I held it only for a little while, it was okay. I'm kind of curious about one thing. I wonder if there's any way for me to get that working. Yeah. This is a cool little game. Yeah, there's chemical, biological, and conventional warfare.
In the year of our Lord, 1140.
Uh-oh. Well, there we go.
Norman dogs shall die 1,000 deaths before we're through. Lead on!
Arriving in Sherwood Forest, you are greeted by your old friend Robin of Locksley. Many years have passed since you served with Robin and his men, but disastrous news curtails the reunion. During your journey, an assassin has taken the king's life. The kingdom is in chaos because there is no heir to the throne. Worse still, the crown itself has disappeared. Normans are assembling armies and Saxons will fight them. Each side accuses the other of killing the king and taking the crown. Robin tells you the struggle ahead is for younger men. Men like you, he says. Only you can save England. Robin urges you to raise an army and pledges his aid 3 times if you will seek to reunite the darkness of the kingdom.
Okay. Yeah, this is so funny. I'm actually looking at all of the forums on like GOG about it. I'm not the first person to have this problem. People are talking about how hard it is for like... all you have to do is aim, no clicking. Okay. So vertically and horizontally with your lance. Like, even when you have the controls, it doesn't actually tell you what to do. Gotcha. So everybody's like, wait, how do you actually win a joust? Like, I'm trying to aim it and I don't know where to aim. So it's very funny that we're having this problem because it is apparently a big one that everyone has. Ooh, this time we are starting in the southern spot. Oh, buddy. So I have a kitty here. Rubbing all over my face. Hey, bud, what's up? Yeah, I know. Bud, you're making this very difficult. Hi. Oh, that's so nice. What a good boy. Yes, okay. So I'm going to take the one that's worth 7. That seems like a good spot to start. actually seems really sick, because then I'm just going to go ahead and buy a home army, make it a castle, and just ba-bam, right? Like, suck on that. I'm immediately one of the richest of the Saxons, at least. All the Normans get way more money. I'd love to raid south. We can cut them off here. It's kind of amazing. And now we need a lot of reinforcements. Although, actually, I could just get a second castle and really pen them in. Kind of don't hate that. Yeah, our home castle's besieged. But they shouldn't have enough to take it yet, I would hope. Oh, never mind. We're fucked. We bought 7, though. Why did we only have 4? Well, shit. God damn it. I lost faster than ever. Hey, wait a minute. Wait. I was so smart, though. Why did I have... Oh, because they died in the sea. Right, right. You can have a couple die. Yeah. God damn it, speedrun. Yeah, thanks. I get it.
Moments later, you follow them to freedom.
God damn it.
Together with Robin and the men of Sherwood, you will continue the struggle against the Norman oppression. Slipping away from the burning castle, you vow to keep fighting until a Saxon rules the land.
That seemed like a really smart strategy until they had way more of an army than we're allowed to get.
In the year of our Lord, 1149...
So I'm curious.
Ho! Together we will drive these Norman pretenders.
I want to check out the demo real quick, because I imagine that it's got a little bit of
Arriving in
each,
Sherwood Forest,
but maybe
you
I'm
were
wrong.
greeted by your old friend Robin of Locksley. Many years have passed since you served with Robin and his men.
I do wish that we could
but
skip
disastrous
these.
news curtails the reunion. During your journey, an assassin has taken the king's life. The kingdom is in chaos because there is no heir to the throne.
For an
Worse
87
still, the crown
game,
itself has
honestly, this is
disappeared.
really cool.
Normans are assembling armies and Saxons will fight them. Each side accuses the other of killing the king and taking the crown. Robin tells you the struggle ahead is for younger men. Men like you, he says. Only you can save England. Robin urges you to raise an army and pledges his aid 3 times if you will seek to reunite the darkness of the kingdom.
God, this is so funny. Sorry, just a quick... I have to show you a thing, because while this has been happening... I've been looking at more places that might have the controls, and I got this one. You followed a link to a page that doesn't exist. God fucking damn it. God damn it. Yeah, it has a very Bard's Tale style, like, pixel art, too. Good to see you, Autumnal. For that intro, and, like, having the voice and stuff also. Bard's Tale was pretty revolutionary for that side of things, too. Wait, why is it not capturing DOSBox now? There we go. Weird. Huh. So, play demo, but nothing changed? Huh. Interesting. So we're going to do joust practice here for just a second. Nope. You got to try and aim more squarely for the center of the shield, I see.
Thus ends your day in the list.
What happens when I eventually run out of DOS games? Amiga time?
Leaving
Death.
for home, you vow to bring glory to your name.
I will end my long journey of life and succumb to time. You do realize do you have any idea how many DOS games there are? Autumnal? Let's raid. I did see an idea of what this is. Yeah, so we can do up or down, and then enter is attack. Like most of the mini games in these style of things, I'm trying to think, there was another one that was like this. They're incredibly loosey-goosey at best, is how I would describe that. Because, like, you have stances in an up or down, and then you hit enter to attack. But, like, what does the stance do? What does it mean? What's the distance we should be? Who knows? Doesn't really tell us.
Gallant try.
Dang.
But you were captured and thrown into the dungeon to await your fate. After many days and nights, you negotiate with your captors and pay ransom. You are released, somewhat poorer, but a bit wiser.
Like 8,500 DOS games. So we've ranked 400. It's a great start. We've done a fantastic job of going through them. Also, yeah, haha. Oh, right, end present game is going to do that. We should have hit start a new game. Come on. There we go. Get the capture right. You thought your goal to do one RPG from every year of CRPG history was intense?
In the year of
Yeah.
our Lord,
I only do very normal,
King returned
easy
from
to
the Holy
complete,
Land.
understandable
United six
challenges
great
on my
warriors who
stream.
carried him to
Like,
victory over the infidel.
there's not much more
The
simple.
king granted
Think
power,
about it. It's
wealth, and vast dominions to each of the heroes.
incredibly tight in
When
concept,
the knights
right?
departed from the
Beat
king's
every
forest,
DOS game.
5 rode to their new lands.
Play
You, a Saxon,
and
turned your horse
clear
towards Sherwood
every
Forest.
roguelike that I own. Done. Those are simple. Like, there's very little instructions besides that. It's great. Like, simple concepts, easy to do, right? Makes sense. Dang. I found a thing that said the controls, but it was really just the instructions on how to get it working inside a DOS box, which is very funny. Better keep an ear to whatever Thiel is working on. Oh? All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, you're talking about the long life part of. I was wondering, I'm like, why are you talking about Peter Thiel? Okay,
My
yeah,
sword is
yeah,
at your
no,
disposal, my lord.
I forgot that
These
he's one of the,
Normans
like,
will
I'm
know
going
the
to
taste of
exchange my
fine
blood with the
Saxon
blood of
steel.
young virgins and save my life.
Arriving in Sherwood Forest,
Psychopathic
you were
billionaires.
greeted by
Like,
your
I
old
know that he's a
friend, Robin
psychopathic
Flopsy.
billionaire, but I didn't
Many
know.
years have passed
There's
since you
the
served with
specific
Robin in his
flavors,
men.
right?
A
Like,
disastrous news curtails
there
the
are
Holy War.
there's some
During
different,
your journey, an assassin
like,
has
distinct
taken the king's
tasting
life.
notes on the
kingdom
various
is in
kinds.
chaos because there is no heir to the throne. Worse still,
So I was
the
like, is he
crown
working on
itself has
something for
disappeared.
DOS? Like, what is going on? But
Normans
then,
are
yes,
assembling
okay,
armies,
might
and
need more
Saxons
time
will
in
fight
terms of, I might need
Each
to
side
extend my
accuses the
own
other of
life.
killing the
Makes a
king
lot
and
more
taking the
sense to
crown.
me. Now I get it. I
Robin tells you the
understand.
struggle ahead is for younger men. Men like you, he says. Only you can save England. Robin urges you to
LOL,
raise an
sorry.
army
No,
and
no, no, that's
pledges his
okay.
aid
It-
3 times if you
It
will
just
seek to
requires
reunite the darkness
a
of the kingdom.
specific brain frequency about what part of the evil of Peter Thiel you are exactly referencing. It's like so incredibly non-specific, right? There's so many ways that he's evil, it's hard to tell. So it makes perfect sense that you would not know. I get it. Okay, I have a plan. Listen, this is better. It's a better plan. It's going to work. We're gonna take this area that's worth more money. I'm gonna start there. But now we'll take here so that our home territory is not immediately under threat like last time. Perfect. Okay, so do that. Get a castle here. Spend the rest there. I don't care. We can let the light blue player take the area south. That's fine. I really need to stop pink, because if we read the map...
Norman dogs
3
shall die
gold,
1,000 deaths
2
before
gold,
we're through.
7
Lead
gold.
on.
But then this one's 4, 3, and 7. So they are getting a lot of money. I could maybe see if the red and brown players will fight them. I get the... I don't know if the AI is gonna, like, hold grudges at all. I would imagine not. Hard to tell. Okay, let's buy an army. So we get 12 a turn. Let's leave 3 so we can get a catapult. Okay, we're just going to leave 5 there. Send some of my army here. Go here. Okay, I like that. And we'll buy that catapult so we can assault. Because I'm wondering if we just take the brown player out immediately. It said that we can talk to Robin of Locksley to get a boost a bunch of times during the game. So we might be able to do that. It's weird to have kind of infinite moves on some of this, and then others have it very, very tight. Okay, so he will help us. And... oh, right, of course. Let's see if we can figure out how to do this. Nope. Like, is there... no. There's like a specific spot that we need to stop. Yeah, if we leave it off immediately, it flies way too high. God, I seem to only get those 2 as options. God, it is... whatever it is, it's very, very tight on that. Well, we have a lot of army. Hopefully having, like, 3 times their army means something, even in the castle. No? Jesus Christ. It means absolutely nothing if you don't hit them. Gotcha. I actually think this is really fun. But I have a different version of fun, I guess. Wow, that's nasty, though. So I'm kind of curious. I have another question. If we buy a bunch of catapults, do I get extra chances at the minigame? For 1987, this would have actually been wildly cool. What? The Danes just take it from me? Fuck you. Excuse me. Really, game? Really? Did I deserve that? To lose my most expensive thing with a castle? Okay, I didn't have to besiege the castle at least. I just get to take it back. So that's somewhat better. Christ. You're sure that I'm grasping the rules better? You know, I mean... I don't know that I'd say that. This is... Fuck you, man. The Danes... I can't believe that it just, like, stole the game from me like that. That's so sick. The thing is, there's actually very little in terms of...
In the year of our Lord...
information about controls and stuff for this game. Like, even the manual itself that they have is very, very sparse on it. Like, here. Can you imagine it's an issue with a lot of these less popular games? This game was really popular. This is the start of the CINEMAWARE line. It was mostly an Amiga game, though, not a DOS one. This is a port. So that's part of the problem. It's more of a problem for older games. We were talking about that before. And specifically ones that were really popular. It's actually more of a problem with the popular games, which I'll explain in a minute. But like, to give you an example, like, this is what the manual looks like. And it'll tell us, like, the mini game for raids, for example. It just says... It is possible to strike once with your sword, then strike again so quickly the opponent may find it impossible to parry. Like, there's not... Okay, but what's the buttons for this? Try mixing it up by jiggling your character back and forth. What? This is actually pretty comprehensively documented in a lot of ways. But the problem is that even at the time, there weren't controls. Because what it is, this game has a lot of releases. Like, we're talking a lot of releases. This is why I'm saying, like, you're saying that it's not that popular. It was actually quite popular. It was very popular. It has a release for Amiga, Commodore 64, Atari ST, MS-DOS was the port, Macintosh, Apple II, Amstrad, the Amstrad CPC, ZX Spectrum, NES, CD-TV, the Philips CDI. Then it got ported later on, because it was so popular, to Windows, Game Boy Advance, and then to iOS and Android, Jaguar, and Television. But yes, exactly. When it came out, because you're talking about a time when the video game scene had crashed, right? You couldn't call a thing a video game. You had to call these computer games, which, I mean, it is different in a way. But, like, the video game market crashed. There was no console market anymore. It was all about computer games for a little while, in North America at least, right? Internationally, less of a thing, but just as a little bit of an explanation there. So you had magazines that would change their names from, like, Video Game Monthly to Computer Game Monthly or things like that. I'm trying to remember the exact examples, but there's things like that where nobody wanted to be called a computer. Like, everybody was okay being a computer game, but the bottom had fallen out of video games. And so they're releasing this during that. There's a team of probably like 2 or 3 people. Was this game earlier than 87? It was 86. But we're talking about the same time period. Like, the NES would have just come out. And the NES was marketed as a toy because of that problem. Right? So when you're looking at that, it's around that time frame. And you're thinking about, like, then think about when they were deving it also. It's all in the middle of that kind of thing. Like, yes, it was turning back around, but we're still in the middle of that. And so, and you're also, again, this is really, really early stages of games, period. This is a really small team. I don't know how many it would be, but it's not going to be like modern games where you have huge teams to do this kind of stuff. Doing a manual for this would have taken a lot of time and money, and you had to print them all. And so at a certain point, they would have just gone like, okay, here's the manual, and it works for all the different computer platforms we're releasing it on. We can't put the controls in because the controls are going to be slightly different. A lot of the times we've found this to be a common problem. They will put in joystick controls because everybody has a joystick, was the assumption. But they wouldn't put in controls for keyboards because do you put in Mac controls? Do you put in like Amstrad CPC ones? Do you put in Commodore 64? Do you put in DOS controls? What do you put in for that? All the keyboards are slightly different. And so they would just say like, oh yeah, like up, down, left, right is basically the controls, but they wouldn't actually tell you the literal buttons. So that's kind of a big thing of the time. And we found that to be an issue with a bunch of games. Popular or unpopular doesn't really matter.
Arriving in Sherwood Forest, you are greeted by your old friend Robin of Locksley. Many years have passed since you served with Robin and his men.
So yeah, I'm not trying to like hammer it home that you're wrong, but just to kind of explain,
during the journey, an assassin has taken the king's
just
life.
from my experience,
The kingdom is in
probably
chaos
what
because
happened
there is no
here.
heir to the throne. Worse still, the crown itself has
And
disappeared.
then the other problem is, so this is a
Normans are
CINEMAWARE
assembled armies,
game.
and Saxons will fight them.
So some extra context is you're like, well, why hasn't it been documented better?
Taking the crown.
And some of it is,
Robin
it's
tells you
really
the
hard to
struggle
search
ahead
the
is for
internet
England.
now.
Men like
A lot
you,
of forums
says,
have died.
Only you can save England.
There are some things
Robin
on it.
urges you to raise an army and
But,
pledges his aid 3 times if you will seek to reunite the darkness
Part
of
of
the
it
kingdom.
was, it looks like it was kind of kept on GOG at one point, and that there was some issues with like people actually had all the controls listed on the GOG stuff and different things like that. And people were doing, a lot of people do the Amiga version because again, it came out on Amiga first, so it's just less popular elsewhere. But it seems like it was preserved on GOG for a while, but it's off of GOG. CINEMAWARE as a company went bankrupt in like, oh god, like the early 90s or like mid 90s. They had done like It Comes from the Desert and Wing. They were trying to make movies as games was their idea. So CINEMAWARE was kind of a thing for the Amiga mostly. And then I just like talking about this stuff. But the thing is that it has gone through, it got bought, CINEMAWARE's category of games, like all their catalog, got bought by a new company. Okay, got released on GOG, things like that. It was bought by Starbreeze. If you know anything about companies, Starbreeze also went under. So because Starbreeze also went under, it then got, like the CINEMAWARE licensing, then got bought by, oh boy, who was it now? Yeah, so like, yeah, it got bought again in 2000, sorry. First it got bought again by somebody else who took it over in 2000 and did some digital remastered versions and did some of those later ports that we talked about. And then they got bought by Starbreeze in 2016. Then Starbreeze went under. And now they got bought by Nordcurrent in 2024, which they're trying to bring some things back and publish again, which is why there's supposedly another remaster of this coming out on Steam soon. But I imagine that what's happened from just my little bit of digging here, I would not be surprised to find that there was like, because it seems like there was a GOG release at one point. I wouldn't be surprised if they got some licensing and then it fell through after a while because it's been in licensing hell. And so all of that information lost again. So it probably was on GOG and then everybody was like, well, it's fine. It's on GOG. Bottom falls out. Now it's lost again. Nobody really necessarily knows, or people that know, it's hard to find the information because searching the internet in 2026 is a goddamn nightmare. So, I mean, this is mostly, at least some of that is definitely like a guess on my part. But yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the modern tragedy of games. And just information in general online, right? It's really hard to find stuff now. So I'm thinking the right thing to do here right, of course, is probably to buy as many soldiers as we possibly can. They seem better as troops than knights, just because of like the specifics of being able to defend castles better. God, keep forgetting that you have to move them like one at a time. Just, I'm sure that that's a like actual coding problem. It was probably a nightmare to try and do it otherwise. So let's go ahead and go way, way up. Is this referencing to a specific impending doom? Google announced that they are no longer going to be doing Google search as you know it. It will no longer return actual search results and will instead give you an AI overview of what those search results would be by scraping those sites and supposedly getting you the information that way, but not actually giving you a link to any of the sites where any of the information is housed. Which, like, what if I want to know when a restaurant is open? Do I get a conversational result about that? I just need to know their fucking hours. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. I keep forgetting this. If a more modern game would definitely change that. A mild ass kicking by our immense army. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. if I just make all the money... Because now we can go ahead and seek conquest, transfer forces. Let's leave like 20 there. These are the expensive spots, so I kind of leave more there. Actually, let's go, yeah. And then we'll move our army to here for now. And then I'm going to buy 51 new soldiers. All right, I think that I've figured out the way to do this. As it turns out, cheap ball of steel. This is like Ling Rush. let's just Zerg Rush everybody. Hold up, I've figured it out. Right. Okay, so we actually have some soldiers here. Nom 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 nom. That's a lot of soldiers. It's very funny that you can only move one square at a time. And so I assumed that like, oh, okay, well, oh, that's kind of tough. Like, you have to move your army very deliberately. But now I'm like, oh no, you can just like chain a bunch of these together and just do this, which is absolutely absurd. Like, we'll just go the length of England, why not? In a turn. Gee, I seem to be out-economying everybody, I don't know why. Alright, yeah, I think I've figured it out. I think I understand now. Okay, so let's once again leave a lot of soldiers. One thing that I wish that we could see is how many armies were possibly in some areas. I know this one's worth 7. So they might have a lot to defend here. They do not have a lot to defend here. Got you. Those sons of bitches, they actually took it back. That's a lot of knights. That worries me a little bit. Nope, never mind. As previously mentioned, ball of steel. Working good. I wanted to see if, like, some reason more forces would be there. Okay, so... you can't... Oh, actually, I can hold the button. Never mind. I wasn't able to do it earlier, but maybe I just didn't hold long enough. I was going to say, prepare to wait for a moment. Until they build a castle in any of these spots, this is a very valid strategy, it seems. Okay, I am not waging any land. Fuck these guys, we're playing for fame. I'm probably getting my ass kicked at the jousting. Fame. Fame. I call funsies. Funsies only. You never figured out the jousting either, for what it's worth. Again! God damn it! I thought that we were close. Because we're supposed to hit the center of the shield
in the lists of Ashby.
according
You
to
were
the
not champion,
internet.
but your deeds will be remembered.
Hey,
Leaving
Grimmett!
for home, you vow to bring
Do you know
glory
any
to
of the
your name.
controls for this fucking thing? Because, yeah, everybody has a different idea as to how to do it. I thought we might have been closer that time. I love that they're like, wait, you're getting too far ahead. We're just gonna randomly backstab you a couple times. Oh, you took back that spot, did you? Well, fuck you, Pink. Give me one moment. I remembered the last second that I cannot just move straight down there. Alright, Reginald Front de Boeuf. It's just a slight ass kicking. Give me back my income. No, I like this game. Been too many years since you played this. So, nope. Yeah. There's not really any controls for anything anywhere. I'm trying to figure out the catapult minigame is really rough. Okay, so this one's worth 3. This one's worth 6. Well. Let's lock them in again. Except even more. And then we're going to do this. This one's worth a lot of money, so I'm going to take it. Thank you. Well, we determined that tossing rock on ground in front of wall didn't really help the war effort. The other thing that we figured out is that, unfortunately, tossing rock way over the wall also does not help the war effort. And I cannot seem to figure out the in-between. Okay, now we need some catapults. Oh, actually, I think we leave that there. And I just, once again, amp this to high heaven. Yep, that's fine. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I think we'll be okay. Gonna be closer. I feel like this is one of those games where it is much, much better when they don't have the mini games. If this was just purely the strategy side of things, this would be really rad. Trying to figure out like the jousting and stuff is just like they're kind of really shitty, awkward mini games. The raiding the castles is miserable. That part really sucks. Oh boy, let's see what we can do. No, okay. And if I just barely touch it, it does this. So there's gotta be like a somewhat in between? Nope. 1, 2. Fuck! That's too much. The in-between has to be an unbelievably tight thing. Nice. This really feels like it's 90% minigames, no explanations. It's not great on that front, yeah. I really want to grab the far south east here again. That's worth so much money. But I don't really want to, like, losing this would suck so bad for the garrison. But then, like, losing the catapults isn't exactly great. Maybe I'll do that. I really need to spend a turn buying a home army again. Oh, God, right. I want to do the easy shortcut for this. That would be a more modern game. Okay, I was hoping they couldn't field much, and they couldn't. Fame! Fame! We're going for fame! I'm gonna get my ass kicked in the joust. I'm gonna be the least popular king ever. I can't win any jousts, but fuck everybody else if I don't know how to raise an army. And by that I mean soldier spam, soldier spam, soldier spam, soldier spam. This game is really cool for 86, 87. Like, you gotta understand, this game is actually pretty damn rad. Nope. God.
Ah, thus ends your day in the lists of Ashby. You were not champion, but
Like,
your
it's got
deeds will be
great
remembered.
pixel art.
Leaving for home, you vow to
The
bring glory
audio's
to your name.
amazing. I mean, this is a CD release, which I decided to do, to be fair. But it's not like, this isn't, it's a CD re-release way later. No, no, no. This is the second ever, I talked about this earlier, but it's the second ever computer game with a CD release. I swear, once you do figure out how to win the minigames, you feel like a king. It's sick. Yeah, it's kind of neat. I do think that the fencing minigame is going to always suck horribly, Grimmeth. Raiding castles seems terrible in this. Oh, wait. Hold up. Right, I didn't buy my home army. We need to do this. LOL. Better. Oh no, they took that territory. How will we ever get it back? I mean, this does actually suck because it means that I can't get that massive reinforcement that I did until next turn. So there was an advantage for them to do that. I really like this thing, though. It's neat. Motherfucker. Oh. Okay, I wasn't sure if I could actually go through Sherwood. That kind of sucks. So we got a whole bunch of help from him, which is not actually that great, but whatever. Bum 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 bum. I unfortunately had to take this one south first because I don't want my home castle threatened. I had left our fellow Saxons alone, but hey, you know what? Fine, I'll just wipe them out. I can do that. I can do that too. Because at this point, if we go here, I take those catapults. I don't think they can stop this. Because, we have a lot of soldiers. Okay, we will figure this out. God damn it. Nope. Way too high. This has to be lightning fucking fast. I'm gonna turn the cycles way down even more. Ooh. Yes, there was a remastered version of this. Yep. There's been a lot of versions of this, from my understanding. It's really cool. Alright, we're gonna up the cycles a bit. Look at him go! Uh-oh. Does Bombard help us? Right. Retreat. God. We have to figure... Okay. We have to figure out the minigame. Because, like, I can kind of raw stats them. But, man... I want this money. So I'm going to turn the cycles almost to 0 and see, because it's such an old game. Maybe I can manage to get some kind of feel on where we're supposed to release it. Do all of the versions claim they're adult entertainment rather than games? Like I said, it's the one manual. It's like the only manual. So, kind of. Whew. Okay. Now we've got to do some transferring. Oh, wait. First, we're gonna just... I would like to keep this territory this time. Thank you. Snag everybody. Reinforce this garrison. Did not mean to hit Greek fire, but sure. Nope. Huh. I'm not sure that this works. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. I figured it out. I am an idiot. Oh my god. Okay. You hit it again to stop it. Of course. Okay, I've figured it out. Now I understand. I got their number now. I can't believe I didn't figure that out. That's an interesting choice for them to attack, but sure. God, that makes perfect sense too, the way that it controls. I never thought about it. I wouldn't say that it's easy, but it makes perfect sense. Because the idea is, like, press once, press again when it's the spot that we need it. Okay, we need a little lower than that. There? Nope, a little lower still. Hey! We've cracked the game wide open. Let's fucking go! It only took several hours! Wait, that wasn't... Ah, that was too early. It's the same spot. Okay. And now the fight gets a lot easier because they have less of a castle. Part of it was the cycles were way too fast, so figuring that out was very, very hard to do because of how quickly it went. But now it makes a lot more sense. Just wasn't thinking about it. Mine. Okay, we are going to buy a lot of home army. I'm going to go pick it up. And then we're just going to go and kill everybody, just in a row. Just knock them down one at a time. Those crafty Danes. We had a lot of army there too. Unfortunate. That's certainly done to be like, listen, you are kicking way too much ass, so let's just knock you down a couple pegs. I see an end in sight, though, for this game. I don't normally complete a full game, but this just makes sense. Like, we're so close. I kind of just want to beat this whole thing, right? Like, we're right here. It's been an interesting look at just, like, general history of CINEMAWARE and, like, Amiga and DOS gaming and stuff, and honestly, how those games are preserved. It's been an interesting conversation, I think. Oh, fuck, I did it again. I held down like a dummy. There we go. Ooh, a little too high. There we go. Okay, before we do that, We can kill some extra men by, like, lobbing in Greek fire. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So yeah, if you're not gonna get the whole wall, it makes sense to just start throwing fire in. Yeah, they did not like Greek fire. As it turns out, it's much, much nicer to have, like, an Italian fire or something. They killed 72 of our guys in the siege? Jesus. That's almost enough to make me care at all. I would like to take this spot because it's worth so much. But if I take here, they have nowhere to go. So good luck. Upping the cycles a little bit so this is faster. Brrrr. Yeah, as it turns out, like I said, you don't really need knights. I went for knights and stuff originally, and I'm like, that was stupid. What was I doing? We can also ask Robin for help 3 times. We've asked him for help once. So I see 2 more times that are coming up that look really appropriate. Hey, Quality Pants! Good to see you. I also think I know exactly where I want to slot this in on the rankings. Like, I've been sitting here thinking about that. I'm like, this feels very similar to some other games that we already have on the list. But I think for, like, the time that it came out and what it's trying to do, I have an idea. All right, first we're gonna go talk to Robin. And we're gonna take this out. Bye-bye. Oh, I was a little off. That sucks. Oh, I might have been too early. Yep, fuck. There. Oof, come on. There, we'll just give them some fire. God. I did very bad at that. See how it turns out. Hey, let's up some frames. Hey, Robin, can you help me? Alright. Long, arduous siege of my incredible army. We did bottle them in this whole time, so I imagine they have a lot of 10? Wait, they just never bought any men with any of the money that they got? Why not? This almost makes me feel a little bad, because it's like, you get the feeling that they went, you know what? Let's just not be a threat to the new crown. It's okay. Okay, that's still a little much. Maybe I can just be a lord over here, and they'll leave me alone. And I'm like, nah. Man, that last one felt like it would have been good. There we go. Got a lot of the wall.
Defeating the last enemy lord, you restore peace to the troubled kingdom. Now it is time to crown a new king. The men of Sherwood accompany you to the palace, where a jubilant crowd fills the throne room. Suddenly, excited whispers race through the crowded hall. The crown has been found. Robin had it. He was the thief who took the crown after the king's death, keeping it safe in Sherwood Forest, safe from the Normans.
Ah, yes, I love
Noble
learning about
outlaw
history.
turns the crown over to the Archbishop, who begins the ceremony that will make you King of all England.
Who doesn't remember when Robin of Locksley helped, Geoffrey Longsword take over England after Richard was assassinated by, you know, giving him the crown that he had stolen. But only because he wanted to safeguard it for England. Of course. God. Okay. Does this keep going? Does it loop? I'm kind of surprised, because most of them tend to just kick your ass right to DOS immediately. Oh. Nope. It's restarting. Okay. So that is Defender of the Crown. Very interesting. Pull up our list. I was going to say it compares quite favorably to castles. Like, yeah, we managed to cheese the AI and just, like, ball of guys roll them over. But again, for like 86, for having the voices, for having some of the music, for the pixel art being as good as it is, I think it's pretty rad. I was going to maybe even put it over castles, but I also realized, God, those minigames kind of suck. Like, okay, the jousting one is fine. We never figured out the trick to it. But, like, it looks nice, right? Like, it still looks cool. I like the idea behind it. There's, like, a whole big music thing to it. The art and pageantry of all of it is really neat. I like that side of things for the joust. And I can figure out the controls a little bit. I just didn't figure out, like, where we needed to be to win. So that's okay. The one that I think sucks and it sucks so bad that I think it drags the game down, is the fencing. Having to do if you ever have to do a raid, it's just awful. Because that is purely a mashing thing. Like, it just tells you, jiggle back and forth and mash. Like, the guide even says that. Their own guide says that. And I've played games with very similar combat from around this time. I guarantee it's exactly what I think it is. And it is ass. It's incredible ass. It's not at all what you want to be doing. It's basically pure guesswork. It's very much like the Pirates one. For like thrusting up and down and then just mashing and hoping. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, holy shit, no, it is it's so funny because I'm like, you know what? It's like the Pirates minigame, and then Pirates is right here. And I'm like, yep. And that's part of why Pirates is here, is because that sucks. It sucked a lot. It really does not feel good to play. So I have to go down a little bit for that. This thing's really short, and there's very little replayability. You do get some randomized starts, so it's not like entirely devoid of it, but it's pretty basic in a lot of ways, and that's going to cut down on it. I think that it goes below Eye of the Beholder. I think that's where we put it. It's really neat. It's got some great stuff in it. I can see why people want to get a re-release of it. At the same time, a re-release of it in so many ways, like a modern release of this game, just feels like every strategy game, right? Yeah, like once you start figuring out how to win those mini games, you just absolutely breeze through it. I mean, we breezed through it even without that, like... Yeah, it looks really, really good. It's hard to oversell. 86 games did not look like this. They did really nail that side of things. Like, they were saying that we are going to do a movies as games thing and make you feel like you're in a game. And that meant having voiceover and having the art. They really nailed what they were trying to do. And like, there's a lot of people that I just have to constantly do this to just put it in context again, really quickly. Let's put this in context, because you're like, oh man, you're sounding like this game's really good, but you're putting it at 87? Obviously it's not that good. Motherfucker, Lemmings is 90. Out of This World is 94. There's just a lot of DOS games that are really nice. There's a ton of very, very, very good games. That's the problem. This thing was my childhood, and I love it. It's not even top 100 anymore. Duke Nukem 2? I loved Duke Nukem 2 as a kid. Now I agree that Duke Nukem 1 is better, but like... Scorched Earth, the mother of all games! It's above the mother of all games. Like, this is actually a very high ranking. It might not seem like it, but it's only because of the vast library on DOS and how good a lot of those games actually are. Because I'm sure if you look at, like, even games from 125 to, like, 150 or something, you'll probably see a few that you're like, oh, I like that one pretty good. Like, that was a good game. Like, I mean, Commander Keen 1, Sango Fighter is actually a really serviceable fighting game on DOS. There's a lot of good stuff here. It's just, there's a lot of better stuff even out there. yeah, Defender of the Crown, really neat. CINEMAWARE had some, they had some neat ideas. I feel like their games are maybe lacking in certain ways and have like, it's a very simple game. It doesn't have a lot of depth to it. Yeah, and chat recommendations have tended to favor some real bangers. I mean, again, I don't know how much more is going to bring into this top 10. I can see losing Lands of Lore, maybe, and, like, Maniac Mansion, but, like, I don't know that we ever lose, like, Mech Warrior 2 out of the top 10 DOS games of all time. Or NetHack? Losing XCOM UFO Defense feels like that'd be a crime. Someone will kill me. That's someone being a person named Loaf Sneeze in our chat who is very angry that it's not #1 with a bullet. Like, it's gonna be tough to get rid of some of these. There's some incredible stuff already. Civ isn't top 10. So yeah, there's just a ton of really fantastic games. And that being said, we're saying that, like, oh, like, all these fantastic games, oh, we've probably run through all of them. We haven't touched TIE Fighter or any of the series around that, as an example. Like, there's still so much to do. So I'm really excited to show some stuff in the future. We're about to look, in fact, very soon at ADOM, another absolute classic of roguelikes. So, I mean, there's a ton of really exciting things to see. And if you're a sub or a patron, you can stop by in the Discord and put in a recommendation that you want to see on here. Because I do one request a month from every sub or patron that we have. If we get a ton, I mean, eventually I'd have to change that. But right now, that's where we're going. Yeah, we have no mainline Ultima. Yeah, there's been no Ultima at all. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look at. We only have one actual Might and Magic game. If we have Heroes, we don't have, like, Kingsfield and like I said, only Zine. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff. We did do Ultima Zero, that's true. We did Akalabeth, the World of Doom, somewhere in here. But yeah, you can stop by the Discord if you're anyone, because it's just free. But there is that sub club as a special reward for our subs and patrons. And other than that, I'm going to head out. It's a little later than I meant to go, but it's been an absolute blast. Remember to check out DOScider.neocities.org for the full list. I will update it right after this. But it now links to all the episodes so that you can check them out through there, and has the full listing in a really nice little website, I think. All done up 90s style like it should. And I'm going to host you to somebody else, so don't go away. Thanks for stopping.